Just making a video here about some speed secrets I discovered about the Scout trucks. You can see a sectioned set of dually wheels here. Shows you what they're like. There's just a regular wheel cut in half there. The interesting thing about this is I remember that the only part that touches the truck itself is the inside here, which is a really small surface area, and then the axle touches out here at the the inside, I guess, rim of the tire, if you want to call it that. But so you want to make sure that that area, this inside area of the tire is flat, and same thing with the outside there where the axle touches right there. Normally they come pretty good, but sometimes the inside can get roughed up a bit, so I sand that with like 1000 grit paper or something. The other thing I do, as you can see on this tire, it's been see some scratch marks on it there. It's been just trued up slightly in a drill press, and I will zip over to my drill press here and show you what I'll use for that. Okay, so we got a tire chucked up in there. Now I tighten the chuck by hand. You don't want to squash the inside of the tire. Just rev it up, and basically what I do, I just take I don't know what you call them, 1-inch flat bastard file, and sand it, or just touch it to the tire like that. And you want to be real gentle doing it, because you can screw tires up. And if you don't have any extra tires or anything to test this on, I wouldn't even recommend trying it, because you can mess tires up. And you're not really supposed to machine them down much or anything. The main purpose of it was just sometimes you get a mold line around the exterior here, and the purpose in it was just to take that down so that the outside of the tire is flat. So that's the main thing to do there. I try not to cheat on any of the rules. I try to follow the rules and stick with them that way. I'm just going to chuck up an axle here. Show you what I do to axles. Okay, so we got an axle in the drill press here. That's not in there right. That's always there she goes. There, got her in there. Coming good. Now, the thing with the axles is, I don't know if you can see it, but you get these fins here. They're like little fins in them where they stamp the axles, and you have to get rid of them. So you can do it with spinning it in the drill press with a file this way. And I also have these little, I guess, jewelry files you'd call them. They work well because you can get into real, right into the corner there. So you end up with a 90-degree edge there when you're done. So I cut that fin that comes on the axle that's not supposed to be there, because it'll lock the tires right up so they won't turn at all. So I file that fin off, and then I use like 400 grit sandpaper. Got some black sandpaper here, silicon carbide, and I start out with 400, and then I go 600 or 800, and then finish up with 1200, so that the axle is basically polished. You only need to come up about half or 3/4 of an inch, I guess, about 3/4, maybe ½ inch on a front axle. And if you get them nice and polished like that and get that fin out of there, they should work pretty well. That's the main thing that I've done on axles. So anyway, hope those little things help you out there. So I just use a regular drill press. I suppose you could do it in a hand drill, as long as you're careful and don't hurt yourself or something. Anyway, good luck working on the Scout trucks.